So we work with sales and leadership teams of companies and business owners. There's four main things that we look at. The first thing that Sandler is really well known for is our training. And so that's going to be skills. Skills, most people think of sales training, they think of technique, and that's certainly important. And with technique, we're teaching you skills on prospecting and negotiations and closing. But we're also teaching you skills on attitude and your mindset and your belief and having an attitude of possibility versus an attitude of limitation. And then with skills, we're looking at your behavior plan. We call this a cookbook, and how to measure your KPIs and what are the actual activities that you should be focusing on every week so that we're tracking leading indicators instead of lagging indicators. The second thing that we look at is the staff. So we can give you all of the training, but if we're not giving the training to the right people, then it's not going to be effective. So then we work with the business owners and the sales leaders to make sure, first of all, do you even have the right people in the right roles? And are they coachable? Because if they're not coachable, then it doesn't matter how great the training is if they're not going to adopt it. One thing that we hear sometimes from business leaders is, we've got a sales team in place, but they're not selling. Well, then we ask the question, well, are they not selling because they don't have the right skills to be able to go out and meet the expectations? Or are they not selling because they're not salespeople and we've got them in the wrong role? Do we need to restructure? The third thing that we look at is the structure. So once we know that we've got the right people with the right training, even the best salespeople will become complacent over time if there is no accountability for the KPIs. And so the next thing that we look at is what are we measuring to make sure that they are adopting and putting into process all this great training that we've now invested in. How are we holding them accountable? What is our hiring process and our onboarding process? What is our development process for our sales teams, not just when they come on board with us, but throughout the life cycle of their employment with us? How are we coaching them and holding them accountable? What questions are we asking them in their one-on-one meetings to validate that they are using the skills, that they know how to put these deals into the right stage, and it's not just based on emotion? And then the fourth thing that we look at is the strategy. And so that's, where is your business coming from? Are you looking for new logo accounts, or are you looking to upsell existing accounts with new products and services? Are you looking for large accounts or small accounts that you can make up for with quick wins in volume? Do you have a retention plan in place? And so we will work with you on all of these things to make sure that you're not just throwing spaghetti at the wall to see what sticks, that you actually have a strategy in place for how you're going to use all of these skills and training to go out and get the business that you want.